Lincoln regular basketball on WLCN 96.3 and streaming live at WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Corey Leonard, AAA Window Siding and Doors, The Carpet House, Lincoln Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Lincoln IGA, Fifth Street Food Mart, Timbercrest Veterinary Service, the Lincoln Park District, Rick Ham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Lincoln Printers, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln College, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, St. Clara's Manor, Eaton Corporation, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, Headline Salon LLC, Citizens to elect Kevin Bateman for Lincoln Mayor, Family Custom Cleaners, Laundry, Tanning and U-Haul, Denise Costello Salon at 416 Holly Drive, Gary's Drywall, Finishing, Painting and Power Washing, Connect Construction, Lincoln Dare, AG Farms, and by Stuffteria Pizza.
Everything online at jimexamus.com 24/7.
Yeah, Jeff, and before we get going with the Railer game here, I just want to give a shout out to everybody. Gavin Block will be playing with Ohio University tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN The U. So as you're listening to us, turn the volume down on those U guys and listen to the Railers and watch Gavin.
Indeed. Railers in their road greens. Springfield in the home whites. Springfield wins the opening tip. They move to the basket to our left as we sit high atop the bleachers here at Willard Dewey Gymnasium. Reiser over to Caleb Small. Back on top to Minder. Minder was one of the ones that they thought there might be a little question as whether or not he's going to start, but he is in the starting lineup.
Yeah, he's definitely their best player as he tries to throw the cross-court pass and Bowers picks it off, so a good start for the Railer defense.
Cannon watched by Small.
Man-to-man defense for the Senators.
Backdoor, Grunder to Titus. Back to Isaiah in the lane. Kicks it back out. Corner three. Nolan shoots over everything, trying to track it down. Are the Railers, but ahead to Zaire Harris, and a foul will be whistled on the Railers.
Yeah, the Railers got their backdoor cut. That time went to Cannon as a little pass that led him a little too far. He couldn't quite grab the handle, then finally did. Kicked it to Bowers, who caught it in the middle of the lane, then kicked it out for a three attempt from Hollinger, but way off mark there for the first shot for the Railers.
Harris down to Minder in the corner, back to Minder. Fires off a three. That's going to be up and good.
Yeah, and he can shoot the ball, especially here at Willard Dewey Gymnasium, and the senior starts off the scoring for the Senators with a three.
He led the Senators in the earlier matchup. He was the only Springfield player in double figures. He had 10. Bowers between the circle. 6.5 to go in the first quarter.
You know, according to the injury chart, he's got a bad hip, so we'll see if who he's guarding the Railers' best player, and Bowers the quickest, and a deep three from Kirby gets it to go. But, you know, he's guarding Isaiah, our quickest player, the guy that's most likely to drive for the Railers, to see if Isaiah and the Railers try to take advantage of that.
And that's really a good sight to see as Bryson ties it with a three, because he's had a few games where he hasn't been able to get any good looks, and when he has got some shots to fall, they've been very late. So early Bryson is good for the Railers.
Yeah, you talked about it, very limited. Not a lot of shot attempts lately for Kirby. As you get into league play, everybody knows him from last year. They've saw the scouting report from this year and have seen the stats. They're not going to let him get going.
Foul in the corner on Ben Grunder. That's his first, second on the team. Small kicks it out to Harris. Harris drives the lane, flips it up to the basket. It's good. Springfield with an early 5-3 advantage. Bowers into the front court. Down in the corner to Hollinger. Nolan looks to make a move on the baseline. Tries to kick in the corner, does to Bryson. Three on the way. That's two in a row.
And not a good, and it wasn't a great pass by Hollinger, although he was pressured pretty hard. That's a sign when you know you're shooting the ball well, and that's off to a good start for Kirby. When you can catch it at your ankles and still be able to get a shot off and a good one. Kirby 2 for 2.
Railers with a 6-5 advantage. Trevor Minder from the left wing hits the basket support. It'll be out of bounds to the Railers. And 3 minutes gone by, and they've just noticed that the
ball rack
is still sitting in front of the scorer's bench.
Managers and ball boys aren't doing their job.
Bryson over in the corner. He's hit 2 in a row to give the Railers a 6-5 advantage. Titus going to drive by his guy in the lane. Kicks it back out. Grunder from 15, no good. Ball on the floor picked up by Minder. 3-on-3. Harris on the right side. Goes up. No good. Minder the rebound. That's going to go. Rebound to Kirby.
Yeah, nice defense too by Kirby there time. Just held his ground and went straight up.
Hollinger underneath to Isaiah, and Isaiah got pushed out of bounds. First foul of the night on the Senators. Foul will go on Washington, his first. And checking in for Hollinger will be Zach Morris. Kirby inbounding on the baseline, back out high to Cannon. 4:20 to go in quarter number 1. Lincoln with a 6-5 lead. Kirby over to Bowers.
Looks like they're going to try and run another play for Kirby. He's 2 for 2 so far from downtown, and I think they're going to try and get him another shot.
Bryson over in the near corner. Now out to the wing. Bowers on top, over left side to Titus. Titus drives by his defender, gets by everybody, flips it up with the left hand and missed it. Minder the rebound up to Harris quickly for Springfield, swatted away by Kirby. Ball loose, he turns to the lane, no good. Morris and Bowers fight for it, and Isaiah comes out with it for the Railers. Isaiah into the front court. Grunder. He's going to drive in. It opens up off the glass and good.
Nice. Yeah, that's what Ben's got to do. Crack the starting lineup today with the Bacon injury, and Ben has got to get to that basket. One of the Railer players that can, and he's got to get there and score.
3:20 to go in the first quarter. Lincoln with an 8-5 advantage. Harris to Washington at the free throw line. Back left side to Harris. Minder. Small. 3, way short from Reiser. Rebound try by Washington, no good. Railers again the chance to push it. Under 3 minutes to go. Railers with a 3-point lead here in our first quarter. Isaiah's picked up his dribble between the circles now to Cannon. Morris on top to Bowers. Now to Grunder. Grunder with a shot fake in the lane. His 10-footer's missed.
Nice.
Isaiah the rebound and lays it up and in.
Isaiah real active there. Went up to the rebound. Nobody as high as Isaiah was, and he was able to get up and put the rebound back in. So good take by Ben. Got his shot blocked, but again, Bowers went to the offensive boards, got it, put it back in.
Railers much more active both offensively and defensively.
See a little more pop to Bowers too, I think. You know, even right there off the rebound, nobody even close to as high as Isaiah was, and he quickly grabbed it. Quick jumper, got right back up and put it right over the front of the rim.
Lincoln on top, 10-5 at the 2-minute mark in quarter number 1. Small tried to get into Washington, stolen away by Isaiah. Isaiah checking where his teammates are. He gets in the front court. Grunder, top of the key. Lays it up and offensive foul.
Yeah, that's all right though. You know, you take the charge, but you'd rather see, although Ben's now that's his second foul. Obviously, coach didn't want to see that part of it, but still, you like the aggressiveness from Grunder going to the basket.
Tate Sloan will check in for Titus Cannon, and now Ben Grunder is going to have to take a seat on the sophomore Colton Holiday, who down in Collinsville, we saw a lot of good things, and now we get a chance to see what he can do here.
Well, I think it gave some confidence to Coach Alexander on that he can play at this level, at the varsity level, ready as a as a sophomore. So, you know, that time where Coach pulled out all the starters and threw in Holiday as one of the reserves may have earned him some minutes here in Central State 8 play.
Another steal by the Railers. Isaiah bounces it over, and Bryson couldn't track it down. And you know, and you talked about Isaiah with a little more pop. But there's that edge of being in too big of a hurry.
Too fast, yeah. Right. He might have, and I wanted to see him being too fast to the basket, though. Don't throw that thing out. He was one-on-one with one guy from Springfield to get to the hoop, and boy, you like your chances as your best player if you're Lincoln to have your best player get to the basket. And Isaiah that time kicked it out to Kirby. Kirby couldn't handle the bad pass, so you like the speed of Isaiah. Just work on the speed getting to the rim.
Springfield stepping out of bounds on the baseline, so the Railers on the turnover have it back. Morris on the right wing, watched by Harris, down in the corner to Bowers. A minute to go. High arcing three is going to be no good. Fighting for the rebound, comes out loose. Caleb Small for Springfield. 1-on-4 over to Harris. Stops three on the way. He will not go down. Rebound strong up is no good. Missed by Rakeem Hawkins.
Yeah, if you remember, Hawkins was foul trouble early in that first game against the Railers. He really was saddled with foul trouble all game long. That's another guy they had on the injury report was Hawkins was doubtful, but again, back out here quickly.
And then we've got a whistle on the far side. That's going to be a foul against Hawkins, I believe. Hawkins, his first, second team foul. DeAndre Perkins and a nice Mackey in for the Senators. 32 seconds in the first. Railers up 10-5. Railers on a 7-0 run.
Be nice to get a basket here, Jeff, whether it's a 2 or a 3, and get some momentum going into that second quarter.
Isaiah directing traffic. We're down to 11 seconds. Sloan on the wing to Colton. Isaiah down to Zach. Zach got contact but laid it up and in anyway. 2 down to 1. Minder flips it up but falls short. Good quarter for the Railers. At the end of the first, it's Lincoln 12, Springfield 5. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Along with Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby handling the video duties, Paula Kodat back at the studios. Jeff Benjamin with you. Railers start the second quarter with the basketball, and they have a 12-5 advantage. A little bit of a flat spot there in the middle of the quarter, but did a lot of good things to get them the 7-point lead. Yeah, and a nice basket late there to end the quarter, too. So backdoor to Morris. Morris gets it up and gets it to go. So hot shooting to start the quarter for Kirby. Swatted away, stolen from Bryson. Up ahead, laid up and good by DeAndre Perkins on the steal. (12-7). Sloan. Morris on the right side. Tried to dump it in. Almost stolen away. Tate Sloan's got it. Needs a little bit of help as he turns out with the dribble back on top now to Kirby. Boy, they're really chasing and running. Sloan, high arcing three is good. Yeah, nice hit by Sloan. His man, and they're right now Springfield just running around trying to pressure the basketball, not knowing really who's guarding who. That time they got crossed up and left Sloan wide open in the corner, and he buried it. 15-7. Railers already with 3 threes, and
did that to him the first time we played them. They were on fire. I think we
had 10.
Yeah.
Minder on the left side to Harris. Nice job by Morris as he swatted it out of bounds.
Last year I was looking for the games from a year ago, Jeff, and I don't know if this is a misprint or what, but they said we won 83-43 last year.
We did. That was the one that Garrett hit the 10 threes.
Oh, I was going to say we put up 83 points in one game.
You always wonder if the scoreboard at Roy S. will go that high. 6.5 to go in the first half. Lincoln up 15-7. Perkins makes a move on the baseline. The reverse layup up and good. So Perkins has come in and scored a couple early for the Senators here in the second.
Nice spark, brought a little life on, especially from the defensive end where he stole it from Kirby and went down for a layup. That time went baseline through both guys up and under. So nice move there for Perkins, and got them back in the scoring.
Morris has picked up his dribble. Zach needs help, gets it out to Tate Sloan. Kirby near the volleyball line, ball kicked by Perkins.
Yeah, and right now Perkins, as Sloan passes away, Perkins is guarding Sloan. He just goes and follows the basketball. So if we can get some sort of a pass from Sloan to somebody and have Sloan cut right down the hoop, we like our chances to get an open layup.
Sloan across the timeline, now to Bowers. Near side to Morris, back on top. Bryson,
Wow.
a long three, and he hit it.
That was deep. That was almost the volleyball line.
At first, I thought it was the lob.
Yeah.
It was so deep.
Yeah, it was really far. And he's got it going now. 3 for 3 for Kirby to start the game. And as we talked about, just limited on his production and shots here in the last couple games, but he's made up for it so far.
Well, Garrett had 10 against him last year. Maybe Bryson's want to put his name in there. Shot by Springfield missed. Rebound comes down to the Railers. Tate tried to kick it ahead, but the ball was tipped and turnover back to Senators. Perkins with the move, and I think Tate's going to be whistled for the grab. Foul on Sloan, his first. He'll check out. Titus Cannon back in.
Nice lift by Sloan, though. Came in for Cannon. Now Cannon back in for him, and Sloan with the 3. Again, got the Railers in their offense, so nice production off the bench.
Ticking down to 5 minutes to go in the first half. Nice job by Bryson as he knocks it away over to Titus Cannon. 18-9, Railers with the 9-point lead. Morris on top to Holiday, over to Cannon. Titus with the drive, flipped it up, no good. Ball kicked out of bounds, it'll stay with the Senators. And you know, having a 9-point lead is good for the Railers because in any game this year that they've had at least an 8-point lead, they've won. If they haven't got to that 8-point lead at any point, they haven't won the game.
3 for Kirby, good.
Another one.
4 for 4, and a nice out-of-bounds play. They've ran this for years, and it got right to Kirby. And Kirby, that's not an easy shot, but the thing is, they practice it so much that it becomes easy when you've done it so many times. You know where you're going to get the shot. You know where the pass is coming from. That time, Kirby lines it up for 4 for 4 here with 4 minutes and 40 seconds left. The Railers up 21-9. And again, the Railers finding their shooters tonight.
Yeah, Bryson with 4 of the 5 threes. Tate Sloan also with a one from behind the arc. So
I think maybe you go to a backdoor with Kirby or something now. Some sort of a play off of him, as hot as he's been.
Would he want to?
Well,
I mean, would he be too?
It might be too close. Yeah, it might be too close for him. But they're going to have to come out and pressure him. And Coach Crum has called a timeout now to get aware of where Kirby is. And so you'd like to think that maybe the Railers can get him cutting backdoor or something a little easier.
So after the timeout with 4.5 to go in the first half, swatted away by Cannon, still in the backcourt. Perkins works it in to the offensive end for the Senators. Small to Perkins, back on the right side. Minder, a 3 on the way. It's up and good.
Yeah, too easy, too. Minder just sitting there waiting on the wing, and the Railers have got to get out. They know he's their best player. They know he's the guy that can shoot it from the outside, and we've got to put up a better fight, a better contest.
Cannon back out to Bowers. Now to Morris. Gets it over to Holiday. Colton couldn't handle it. Taken away by Springfield. Had nice save in bounds by the Senators. Small at the timeline. Minder on the left side. Swatted away by Morris. Ball still loose. Picked up by Springfield. And the ball's knocked away by Zach Morris. Springfield bench looking for a foul. Zach Morris was saying that it was last touched by Springfield.
They want a foul, we want it out on them.
So as
Ref can't win.
I was going to say, I've heard some people say that if both coaches aren't happy, the officials are doing a good job. Small, Minder, inside Washington turns, little jump hooks, no good. Bryson the rebound.
Yeah, nice rebound by Kirby too. Good contest there in the inside by Bowers, and a good grab of the rebound for Kirby.
Cannon, nice catch by Holiday on the wing out to Bowers. Isaiah's going to take it, drive in, kick back out, thrown away again. Another turnover by the Railers. Taking it in, and a foul is going to be whistled on the Railers. Going to be before the shot. Foul's going to go against Bryson Kirby, his first, 5th on the team. Senators have only been whistled for 2. Minder on top to Small. Perkins is going to try a 3 and hit. .303 to go. 21-15. Hullinger in, replaces Morris. Bowers still looking to inbound, gets it to Cannon. Nice catch by Isaiah. Works it over to Cannon in the front court. Swing it over to Bryson. Had an opening for just a second, but not quite enough to fire one off. Bryson top of the key. Isaiah spins around the defense, goes in, and it's going to be out of bounds to Springfield. Josh, it seems as though with Springfield turning up the pressure, the Railers have started to have some problems.
Yeah, they have. They've not been able to get to the basket. A lot of fumbled passes, a lot of fumbled dribbles tonight for the Railers. The quick hands and just the aggressive, erratic play of Springfield has caused a lot of that.
2:20 to go. Minder from the left side 3 is going to be no good. Rebound comes down to Springfield, won't go down, and Bowers gets it. And now a held ball as Mackey reached in and forced the tie-up. 2:13 to go, 21-15. It'll stay with the Senators. Minder, inside spin move, goes up, lost it, tracked it back down. Washington, and then a timeout taken by the Senators, just the 30. So again, we will keep it here. 2:06 to go in our first half. Lincoln with a 21-15 lead. Reminder, we'll have Railer basketball again for you tomorrow night. Back at Roy S. Anderson, seems like it's been forever since we've been there.
Yeah, it has been. I'm ready for a home game. I don't know about you.
Well, it's supposed to be 2 below tonight, not 80 degrees like it is in parts of Texas, I think.
Yeah.
So,
looking down at the Senators bench, and a guy that hurt the Railer fans and hurt a lot of Railer basketball players is back on the coaching staff. And Steve Dixon, he was a year older than me, and I was just looking back at how many times he was conference all-conference. 3 times Steve Dixon was all-conference. He was Player of the Year in 1996-97, which would have been my junior year. And boy, I don't think we ever beat him. He was about as nasty as you could get as a player in a Central State 8. You know, if you had an all Central State 8 team from the time it was brought up to the time now, he's definitely one of those top 5 guys.
After the timeout, Springfield got the ball inbounds, but Titus Cannon whistled for the foul as the forced Small out of bounds. Under 2 minutes to go. On the baseline, Harris stepped on the baseline, so it'll go back. .155 to go.
You know, I like to see Bowers just kind of try and get to the basket here. Not a lot of drives or aggressive play underneath, or the Railers have been, or Bowers has been on the offensive rebound, been real active there. But as far as being offensively assertive, he's not been there. And
on one end, Springfield steps on the end line, and back down the other way, Titus returns the favor. So another turnover by the Railers. Minute and a half to go in the first half. All Lincoln points this quarter have come from 3-point range. A 3 from Tate Sloan and a couple from Bryson Kirby. Just a 6-point lead for Lincoln.
Yeah, Railers have been on an offensive drought here for a while now.
Small 3 on the way. That's going to be no good. Nolan with the rebound, and I thought there was a little bit of contact with Minder. but they're going to say that it was more Nolan stepping out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have stepped out of bounds if he wouldn't have got shoved.
Rebound, or baseline on the inbounds pass is Mackey. His jumper from the baseline. It's now 8 in a row for Springfield. And with under a minute to go, it's 21-17. Cannon back out to Bryson. Now to Hullinger. We're in that time where you start thinking Railers hold one.
Well, I don't know. It's quite a while, and 45 seconds left here, and it's a long time to hold it against this defense who's kind of erratic, running all over the place, trying to get any kind of hand or deflection or cause the Railers to do something they're not used to doing. So
25 seconds to go. Kirby holds near the timeline. Double team comes to Hullinger, and a foul is going to be whistled. Foul on Mackey, his first, third on the team. Coach Crum not happy with that one.
Well, not a bad foul, though. Still had one to give, really, before the bonus, so they had a good spot in a trap. I think that's what he was probably the most mad about, is they had a good trap on one of the Railers here, and then they go ahead and foul him.
We're down to 10. Kirby inside to Titus. Titus with the left-hand layup is good. 23-17, 1 second. Minder flips it off. Won't go down. Our score at halftime. Lincoln, 23. Springfield, 17. We'll be back with the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center halftime show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.